I was on live earlier making a video, but I'll make it now. And I'll say deep fake is scary. Deep fake is, come on, P, something you should watch for. Because you don't know what the human mind is capable of believing and bringing into reality based off of what you see on the internet or on a video game, on in school, what's taught in schools. There's facts and then there's opinions and then there's hypotheticals. Right? Regardless of the face that I see on here is actually my face or not, is not up to me. That's up to the Most High allowing what He's allowing to happen. So I might not even be seeing my face, but it doesn't matter. This is the face that He wants y'all to see. And He obviously wants me to see too. So be careful about delusions. Be careful about what you see on the phone. Just know that you don't want to fall victim to social media influencing who you become. Unless it's positive and that's what you want. You know, this is coming from a person that has fell victim to social media influencing me heavily. Because some of the stuff that I've seen, I lived. It was relatable to me in certain moments. It's almost like I'm being groomed to believe that in my mind that, hey, this is real, hey, that's real, hey, this isn't real, hey, that isn't real. When it's all possible and it's all real, it's just what you focus your time and attention to, you bring life to. And what you don't focus your time and attention on, it dies off. What you stray away from dies off. What you gravitate to lives on. And I'm not going to allow negativity to reign supreme in my life. I'm not going to allow people's decision making to reign supreme in my life. What do I mean by that? Regardless of how someone decides to treat me, I'm not going to allow that to take power over me because I am free in the mind. I saw a picture of Chucky doll, and the power of Chucky doll is the consciousness went into a doll. That's the power behind it all. We're spirits having a human experience. Whether somebody put me on a capture card, whether somebody trapped me into this body, or whether God placed me into this body, and it's just another one of the simulations I'm going through, it's teaching people lessons. It's showing people things. It's showing spirits things. And it's allowing people to learn. And I look at a voice synthesizer video. I'm gonna call it a voice synthesizer video of what I depict as Jermaine Cole, J. Cole rapping. And he was talking about, you think you know shit, boy, you don't know shit. And that's facts. I looked at a video, not a video, a picture where it was talking about the more you think you know, the more you realize you don't know anything and that there's a lot more to learn. And this is just me speaking in basic English. This isn't me speaking Latin. This isn't me speaking German or Arabic or Hebrew or which I hear is the same thing. This is me speaking what I was taught. This is me going off of 2 words that I seen. I am. This is me expounding on the God factor inside of me. This is me expounding on who I am. The good, the bad, the ugly. Hopefully I do more good and great things than bad and ugly things. And hopefully my good outweighs my bad. And hopefully I pay the karma that's due to me for my bad. And that I could live on doing good things and not pay evil for evil. And that I don't give life to things that are done to me in a bad fashion whenever they happen. This might not be a popular message for everybody. This might not be the message that reaches everybody. I grew up in a lot of competition and I don't know why I'm competing. I grew up eating all my life and I don't know why I'm eating. I grew up drinking and I don't know why I'm always drinking. I grew up whoremongering and chasing after this female, chasing after that female, chasing after this relationship, chasing after that relationship. Don't know why I was chasing after that. I grew up chasing to be successful and have money, to spend money. Don't know why I'm spending money. Don't know why the society is like the way it is. Don't know why we grew up stealing and hustling and running away from cops and running away from authority and trying to be our own bosses and trying to live a certain life and trying to fit into a certain group of people when really we still got to learn about ourselves. We got to learn what we like and what we don't like. We got to learn who we are and who we're not. And we can't be conditioned by parents to believe this is everything that they teaching us in school is right and everything they teaching us at home is right. Something has to align with you first before you ever accept it. Because if you don't accept it, you're going to run away from it, or you're going to teeter-totter this way or teeter-totter that way. So it's just everything that I've been taught, I guess it's just foundation. And it's morals. And it's I don't want to use the word or the term I'm not going to use that word in that term. But it's definitely like training me to act a certain way. Instead of being the person to go in the store, take what I want, and leave, I'm now that person that has to go in the store and live by a systematic code of paying whatever number on a dollar amount for whatever I want based off the store's amount that they're charging. Constantly using math and constantly using my mind and constantly staying below a budget or constantly having to extend the budget that I have or constantly thinking about ways to live a certain way to fit in with everybody else. If I don't do this, this makes this person upset. If I do that, this makes this person happy. Trying to always be a people pleaser or trying to always not step on anybody's toes, realizing that somewhere along the line, you may not be stepping on that person's toe and making them upset, but you may be stepping on somebody else's toes and making them upset, or you may be making that person happy and this person not happy. So it's do what you want and respect others to the best of your ability as possible. Because if I wasn't on here doing what I was doing, would I be proud of myself? Telling myself I'm gonna be a YouTuber, telling myself I'm gonna be a rapper, telling myself I'm gonna be with this person, telling myself I'm gonna have this in life, telling myself I'm gonna be at a state where I don't have to starve, telling myself I'm gonna be at a state where I don't have to cry anymore, telling myself I'm gonna be at a state where I don't have to fear anymore, telling myself I'm gonna be at a state where I'm clothed, telling myself I'm gonna be at a state where there will be a protector and a guider and a teacher in my life, whether seen or unseen, telling myself these things, telling myself that I am a man, that I am strong, that I am smart, that I am capable, that I am advanced, telling myself these things, telling myself that I am above and not beneath. I'm the head, not the tail. I'm a lender, not a borrower. I am great. I am above and not beneath every situation. My head is above water. I'm not drowning. I'm not lacking. I'm not suffering. Even if it seems like I'm underwater or it's dense, I'm able to breathe. I'm able to thrive. I'm able to pick myself up from a situation. And it's like, dang, every time it looks like I'm saying these words, every time it looks like I'm saying these things, here comes a test, or here comes an attack, or here comes a testing to prove I am what I say I am, or that I'm capable of doing what I'm capable of doing. But when you want to be that guy, or you want to be that girl, or you want to be that spirit, or you want to be that being, or you want to be that that thing, and you want to make it tangible in your life and make it real in your life, it's gonna come with showing yourself worthy, showing yourself that you studied, showing yourself that you are provable and rightly appointed to handle, have, and uphold the lifestyle you want to live. Sometimes I think, man, I could be doing a whole lot more. And other times I realize I was doing all this and I wasn't appreciated. So let me take my 2 steps back so y'all could take those steps forward, or y'all could realize who I am and realize my worth. And that's what it's all about. It's all about people's time being acknowledged, people's thoughts being taken into consideration. And for years, I don't think it always was that way. When you read certain books and social, or at least what I was taught problems, taught things that make you think about the society and life you want to live in. I wasn't always taught everything dealing with peace. I was taught chaos. So, in learning chaos and being in chaotic situations, you find out, hey, I want a different experience. Hey, I want peace. Hey, I want stability. Hey, I want to have a better life, a peaceful life, a thriving life, a life filled with the things I want to do, the things I want to have, and the people I want to see. And I don't want conflicting emotions when I see these people. I don't want conflicting thoughts when I see these people. And that comes with a lot of conversations as to, why am I seeing these people? There has to be a reason I see the people I see. And why do I hate or love people based off of what I was taught? And and the skin color that they have and represent. Because am I not looking at God, or am I not looking at another divine being when I look at these people? Am I not looking at the manifestation of God? Am I not looking at the manifestation of a divine being? Am I not looking at the manifestation of a dreamer, of a thought provoker, of a doer, of an action taker? Am I not looking at another soul that has dreams and aspirations and desires and a common ground somewhere along the lines as me? Am I not? So I perform better when there's zero on the clock. There's zero people, apparently, from what I see, and zero likes. And if I never see the impact that I make mentally, but it's actually happening, like I hear stuff all around me moving. I hear beepers going off. I hear construction going on. I hear cars moving. I hear the highway sounds. I hear people talking all around me. I hear all these different things going on. And as long as I'm making an impact, and as long as a better society is coming from that, I know that God is using me and the work is being done, because the Bible talks about, know that the world hated me first, but take heart because I already overcame the world. And then I also watched the video the other night that was talking about how there were 15 other or 16 other religions where there was a Messiah or a Christ or a king that was crucified, or that was put out, or that was not accepted by the people based off of what they were teaching, what they were doing, and what they were saying, and how they were saying it. So if nothing else, if I'm not able to act on my teachings or my words as well as I think I can, or as well as the people perceive me to do it, I just hope that there's someone out there that's willing to go the extra mile. Because I done gone some miles, I done walked some miles mentally, I done been some places mentally, I done overcame some things mentally. And the fact that we're here now, mentally, for me, this is a blessing. The fact that I'm seeing what I'm seeing now, that the fact that there's energy going on, that there's light going on, that there's resources being put out, that there's motion going on, is nothing short of a blessing. I'm not always gonna admit that I'm positive, or that the music I listen to is positive, but it reminds me of the times where I had to be tough because the world around me was hard on me. So I had to be hard on myself too. I had to change who I was to show the world who I'm not willing to deal with, and what I'm not willing to deal with, and what I'm not putting up with. And I hope that the example that I set created new boundaries and created new openings as to what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. This has been Avery Alexander Hadley talking. As my mom and dad birthed and named me, that's what they call me. I'm just the spirit. I'm just a messenger communicating a message. And hopefully y'all get the message. Hopefully it makes sense to y'all. Hopefully it impacts y'all. And if you don't take nothing else, you took one thing from it and made something prosperous from the conversation that I just gave out and put on the dark web or the internet or the social media or whatever. Because I do feel like it's not, if there's 8 billion people like they say there is out there in the world, or that's the planned project that they projected to my head of what they want in the society. I don't see videos where it's 8 billion people have watched it. I see 1.5 billion views on videos. So it's just, I know that either there isn't internet being reached in the galaxy and the cosmos as I think there is, or uh, it's not, everything that I hear is not meant to be taken so seriously, or is to be taken with a grain of salt, as to, you know, just can't believe everything you hear and see. You gotta really be yourself. You gotta be yourself. You can't fall for the deep fake every time. You can't fall for the deep fake. You gotta do your research. If there's nothing else people can learn from my story about me dropping out of college and investing into programs that teach you research, make sure you're making the right step when you are taking the right step, taking the right precaution when you're doing something, and follow your heart. I was watching something on the internet. It was like an article, and it was basically something being read out to me, and it was talking about how my dog is a Chihuahua, and the Chihuahua symbolizes following your heart. And a lot of situations then got you here to where you followed your heart and it got you here. Now, if you ever veered off your path of following your heart based off of the negativity that surrounded you, that's something that you got to do. But follow your heart. Follow your heart. Never give up on God. Never give up on faith, even when it gets hard. And sometimes this is coming from a person that has given up. This is coming from a person that has said, if it's fuck me, it's fuck God. This is coming from a person that has said a lot of different things and felt a lot of different emotions, but I'm still going. So the more you read, the more ignorance stays away from your soul. And the more you take things with a grain of salt and you're able to apply context to certain things, and you're able to really discern what's real and what's fake, the better off you'll be. Because we didn't get here overnight. This happened over thousands of years. This took time. This took a process. This took dedication and sacrifice. This took one hand extending out to the other. This took thought and love. This really took love for us to be here where we're at right now. And this also took sacrifice to be here where we're at right now. This took risk. The Bible, the one that I read, it talks about how a woman took a risk based off of what was told to her. She went against what was told her to her and took a risk. And not only that, she went with her companion, her friend, and persuaded or told her companion, her friend, to take the risk also. So life is about chances. Life is about taking risks. Life's about following certain rules, and life's about making your own decisions, men going their own way and taking their own path. And however many times you got to hit your head, or you got to walk on something picky to realize you don't want to walk barefooted, or you don't want to walk on nothing picky, you got to find a different area. You got to build a campfire here. You got to back up the truck a certain way so that you don't hit nothing, and that the truck is going in the area you want it to. It's all about it's all about you and what you decide to do. No one's going to be able to tell your story better than you. Nobody's going to be able to live your life better than you. No one's going to have the experience that you're having better than you. And there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours and your opinion and your reality. The life you live in is the life God wanted you to have. So, and I'm not saying nothing negative about the person that got raped or got molested or got beat or got burnt or got handicapped or crippled. I'm talking about how the negativity that you experienced doesn't compare to the peace that is coming and that came after you went through what you went through, and all the things that happened went behind you and it's in the past. I have more peace now than ever because of what the decisions and the choices I made. I have peace now more than ever. I have joy now more than ever. I have relaxation now more than ever. All because I decided to take the chance. All because I decided to take the risk. All because I saw things for what they were and I moved accordingly. And whether I'm getting shadow banned, whether I'm not being heard by the audience I want to be heard by, or I perceive that I want to be heard by, or whether or not I'm making an impact on a global scale, I know that the people that saw me out there on the front line, the people that saw the choices I made and how I stuck my neck out, they saw it for what it was. And I could come out of assimilation and they'll be laughing at me like, ha, 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 that was pretty funny. And I get back to work. Or ha, 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 that was pretty good, but you got more to do. Or, it is what it is. I'm just out here giving out free game because nobody gave me this free game. Like I'm giving it right now. You either gonna win or you gonna lose. And it's all about how you perceive the choices that you made. It's all about your perception. I got family that's sort of in the same situation I'm in right now. Or not the same situation I'm in right now. I'm not speaking that. I take that back. They are in a situation I was in. And they had the chance to finish what they start and really chase their dream, or they can say, hey, I see things for what they are and I'm not going. But they have to make that decision. Trick them out their position. They have to make the choice to be in this position, that position, and they have to know the outcomes of their decisions. I got a little brother that I pray God keeps his mind, because he already done seen what his first two brothers done did. I heard about it. Or at least I think he's heard about it or seen it. So he has to make up in his mind, okay, I can go this way or I can go that way. Do this is going to happen if I do that. If I don't take the chance, if I don't take the risk, I'll never know what's coming on the other end of it. If I do take the chance, if I do take the risk, at least I know this is one of the few situations and outcomes that's going to come from it. But I can't let nobody slow up my motion. If there's one thing I got to tell my brother, don't let nobody slow up his motion. I was having motion, quote unquote motion, when I was working at Walmart, when I was working at Taco Bell, when I was working at Dollar General, when I was working at Tractor Supply, when I was working at these places, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. I put on a smile for people. I made other people laugh. I made other people feel like, okay, Avery's doing the right thing. He's a stand-up guy, but I wasn't happy. And that's something it's tough. It's something you gotta really sit down with yourself and figure out a plan and talk to God about what the plan's gonna be, what the play's gonna be. I'm thankful that my cousin put me onto the opportunity and the information about trading and risking and taking a chance and betting and all those different things. I'm thankful that he did. I'm thankful. I'm here now. Either it would be I'm here now, or it would be I didn't take the chance, I didn't take the risk, even though the first couple words that came to my mouth was what the thing was. If I didn't take the risk, if I didn't take the chance, I would still be working paycheck to paycheck with stuff happening, more stuff happening, this breaking down, that breaking down, this happening. At least I know where I'm at. And at least I know how to get more. At least I think I do. Because it's all a state of mind. It's all a state of belief. It's all a state of mind. It's all a state of belief. Everything's a state of mind. Everything's a state of belief. At birth, like Stephen Cole be talking about, at birth, men are lost. But you find your worth inside. It's a reminder on the inside of you, hey, you're great. Hey, God's got you. Hey, you're strong. You're not weak. Hey, I'm here for you. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. But you gotta renew your mind. You have to work out your own salvation and renew your mind and follow your own steps and walk by faith, not by sight. You have to do things your way. You can't do things the way Paul in the Bible did them, or the way Peter in the Bible did them, or the way any of these other people did them, because they all had their shortcomings before they came to glory. Like the Messiah, even the Messiah flipped over tables. Even Jesus flipped over tables. So when you read about that, we all done had our episodes before we received the glory. And while Christ was living, they some of them said he was a Messiah, some of them said he was king, some of them said he was Beelzebub, some of them said he was this, that, and the third. It's just he did what he had to do, and whenever he rose up on that day that he rose up, and he wasn't in the tomb, he wasn't where they left him for dead. Okay, now we know he's that guy. Now we know this is the person that we should have been looking for. This is the person we should have been treating right. This is the person that's come to establish order, that's come to set the bar for what we should do, and what some people should do, what some people should believe, what those people that have faith in things that he had faith in, and the things that he believed in, the things that he wanted should do. This may not be for everybody. Like the Bible says, many are called, but few are chosen. This may not be for everybody. This may not be for you. That opportunity that was presented to me, may have not been for me, but it was for me to look at. So it has to be for me to act on or to think about. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have never known about it. If it wasn't for me to know, if it wasn't a law of attraction out there in some way, shape, or form, I would have never saw that opportunity. How to make it. I'm in my head. How am I going to be a millionaire? When I was with my girlfriend, how am I going to put me and my girlfriend in a nice house, in a nice car? How am I going to be able to pay for dinner dates? And how am I going to be able to feed our family if I want a family? Those things weren't able to be reached in the 9 to 5 that I had. I had to go get a higher education, extend my entrepreneurial skills or my work class skills, or I had to find out about investing. And when I found out about Forex, foreign exchange market, when I found out about stocks, when I found out about cryptocurrency, when I found out about this, that, and the third, it opened up it opened up a new reality. Am I living that reality? I say I'm the start of a new life every day. Every day, I'm at the start of a new life. Every day, I'm at the start of something greater, something better. Every day, I'm at the start of the rest of my life. which is the best in my life. When my dad took care of us when he was working at the hospital, he wasn't just thinking about himself. Those steps that he took to graduate college, he wasn't thinking just about himself. The steps that a man takes is not steps that he just takes thinking about himself. There's somebody out there that I impacted, that I reached through God allowing me to reach them, that they now know about an $8 trillion market, or they know about Ponzi schemes, they know about pyramid schemes, and they know about business to business. They know about even down to AT&T and all these different corporations. They sell to you on a regular basis. You may not be paying I don't want to get into the I don't want to get into the dynamics of it, but you may not be paying you are paying a customer fee, or you paying a subscription fee, but you're paying it to the business that you're buying from. So it is, you got to pay for the information you want. You're not getting around the fee. You get around the fee, you're going to come up on the fee another way. So to those that are in college and they're presented foreign exchange market, learn about it, but don't lose your current ground and your current standing, because I could go back to college right now and get 12 more credit hours and have a entrepreneurial certificate, a BTS business a certain certificate. But I got 24 credits right now. I'm not currently financially in that position to go do that, but I will be. I got other things on my mind. I got other bigger fish to fry. There's bigger fish to fry. When you find out, oh, this is a Roman system that I've been trained, that I've been taught. So what are the other systems? What are the other beliefs? And let me go gravitate towards what suits me. After I gain this information, after I partake in this knowledge, let me go find out what I like now. Is it meditation? Is it believing in crystals giving energy? Is it whatever I come to know that's in the Bible, or in the book of Enoch, or in the book of Jasher, the book of all these other books, finding out about the elements of life? I haven't even read all of everything. I've read and heard different parts of different books of different Bibles and different teachings. So the stuff that I do know, it's a lot. And I'm just here to say, whatever you believe is possible, it's possible. Now, out of the goodness or the wickedness of your heart and what you decide to do, that's on you. There will be repercussions and karma based off of what you do. There will be consequences based off of what you do, good or bad. So choose to do what is pleasing in your eyes, but just know that the Most High has judgment and has consequences behind the actions that you take. You can't be scared to take the step, even though you might be. You just got to take the step that you're going to take. Everybody's circumstance and situation and coming into this life may not be the same. I know I had to grind to get to where I'm at. I know I had to struggle for a while and realize I'm hitting my head doing the same thing over and over. I gotta get educated. Like the song Jay-Z says, somehow, some way, whether we dribble out this mother, whether we work out the hospital second floor out this mother, it's about getting out the project. It's about getting out the system. It's about getting out and I'm gonna get out. It's not the first time I've been in a situation where I was up mentally, or I was rapping, or I was singing, or I was dancing, or I was dribbling, or I was doing whatever. And then now they put me back in this situation trying to see what I'm gonna do. They put me back in this situation to see what I'm gonna do. It's a constant test to try to prove myself. And sometimes you win the game by not playing the game. Sometimes you overcome the obstacle by, I ain't gonna say slithering out of it, but doing other things and working your move, working your stick, working your pool stick. The way you shoot the pool stick, the way you angle it, the way you decide to hit this ball to test the person's mind. You know, you could be testing the person's mind, or you could be getting to your objective. You could be, you know, it's a lot of ways to play chess, play checkers, play pool. It's a lot of ways to do this thing, and you can win in whatever way you want to win it. I may be talking a bunch of air, but when you find out that there's a lot more money out there than you believe, than you can ever believe, then you find out that money ain't everything, because money ain't that sacred. It's 8 billion people and there's $8 trillion out there or more created. What does that say about us as a people? It says that there's enough out there for everybody, and that you might have an account with money in it, or you might be attached to an account with money in it, or a price value, and you have to supersede what they're mentally. You have to put yourself in a state of mind where you supersede the quota. I'm that smart. I'm not this smart. I'm that educated. Just because I come from this environment doesn't mean I'm not that smart. Just because they keep putting me through this trial and error, this test, or they don't want me in this field, doesn't mean that I'm not capable of being in that field. Just because they keep playing with a person's mind and trying to test and see what they're made of doesn't mean that they're not capable. And I am receiving a lot of karma based off of the lies that I told, or the games that I played, or the things that I did. I do receive a lot of karma, and I pray for forgiveness, but I know what's coming. Every time I know what's coming, because I decided to tell a girl, "Oh, I love you," but or "Oh, I want to be with you," or "Oh, I want this," or "Oh, I want that," or I stole a bag of chips, or I stole a nickel out of my grandmother's purse, or I did this, or I did that, or I ran away from certain situations that might have been trying to benefit me, or I stretched the truth there, or I went around this place running away from destiny, running away from faith, running away from fate, running away from what's to come. When I love you, really, it breaks down. The words breaks down to, I'm lucky to have a friend like you. When you put those words together with the other words, I'm lucky to have a friend like you. And you shouldn't use your luck or your blessings and disregard your luck and blessings that God gave you. And every time I was doing that, I was building up the karma of being alone now. So if you got a wife, if you got a husband, if you got a friend, if you got a sister, if you got a brother, if you got a cousin, if you got family members, if you have team members, co-workers, I ain't advising you to do what I did. I'm just advising you to be smart about how you treat your relationships and how you build your relationships. So yeah. My time is valuable, and when I told everybody my time is valuable, No one's hanging around me as much. I just got my mom and my dog that I'm around for most of these hours. And then some of my cousins and maybe a friend when I see them out and about, or we decide to link up. But it's not like it was in 2019 before I decided to make that switch. It's 2024 now. It's not like 2019 when I had a gaming system and when I had a job and when I was in college and when I was fresh out of high school. It's not like that. And I had a girlfriend and responsibilities. I got responsibilities. They just changed now. And I might not have $1 million in the bank or liquid like you think, but I have it in here. My mind is wealthy. My stomach is wealthy. So if I traded the world's wealth for my personal worth and my personal wealth, that's okay. Because I can have whatever God wants me to have, and he's not going to withhold anything from the children that he loves, that he cares for. God doesn't withhold any good thing from those that he loves and cares for. And God's love should be the most important love in your life, period. God's love should be the most important love in your life, period. The relationship you have with God is the most important relationship on this earth, in this world, in this cosmos, in this galaxy. Because God shows you things that you ain't never seen before. It gives you feelings you ain't never felt before. It gives you experiences you never had before. And that's the realest shit I could ever say. So I love each and every single one of y'all. I thank y'all for rocking out with me. Catch the replay if you haven't watched the whole vid. And I'm out. Love y'all.